What's going on in the DC metro housing market as of November 2020? Well, watch this short video to find out. Hi, I'm Blake Davenport with the Davenport Group. I'm a local realtor in the DC metro area, here to share with you short and simple real estate tips. Today we're going to be talking about the status of the market and a market update as of November 2020. So as always, I work for Long & Foster. Long & Foster compiles market minute reports for every zip code in the DC metro area. If you click the link below, you'll have access to those, but basically what they do is they compare what the last month of data was in comparison to a year ago. So today we're going to be looking at November 2020 versus November 2019. So for instance, if you look at Arlington County, the number of units sold was 221. That's up 23% from last year. This is on trend from what we've been seeing this year, just because there's more demand because of the low interest rates. The active inventory was 530. This is actually up 122% from last year. Why is that? Well, because there's so much demand, a lot of sellers are putting their homes on the market. So that's why we're seeing a lot more listings than we typically do this time of year. The median sales price is $660,000. This is up 20% from last year. Again, this is on trend. Prices have been really increasing because of the low interest rates and the high demand from a buyer standpoint. The average days on market is 21 days. This is down 9% from last year. So things are selling quicker than they did last year, which is again on trend for what we've been seeing. However, last month was 17 days on market. So things are taking longer than they did last month, which typically happens with the winter months. The sold to list price is 99%, which is no change from last year. However, this is down from what it was last month, so things are selling for less than what they did last month. The months of supply is 2.4 months. This is up 80% from what it was last year. Again, because there's so much more inventory, there's just more listings to choose from, so that's why we're seeing more months of supply than we did last year. So what does all this mean for buyers and sellers? Well, if you're a seller, don't expect to get the record prices that you were seeing in the springtime. Things have definitely slowed down because so many sellers have said, oh, this is such a great time to sell. They put their home on the market. Things are still selling extremely quickly, but the demand has kind of been spread out by all of these different listings. So things aren't selling for the record prices that they were. And we got 3 people under contract this past week, and actually all 3 of them got it for less than the list price, which has been very rare for this past year. Also, different segments of the market definitely have slowed down. So if you are a condo owner or thinking about selling your condo, the condo market definitely has taken a dip. We're selling in a week to 2 weeks are now taking 30 to 60 days, which is on average of what we've seen over the past several years, but definitely a lot slower. So things are definitely slowing down from a selling perspective. If you're a buyer, this is an awesome time to buy. There's just not as much competition. So as I had mentioned before, we got 3 people under contract and they all were able to get it under the list price. So there's definitely negotiation power from that. One of the people got $10,000 back at closing, which you definitely wouldn't have been able to do in the spring. Also, interest rates are super, super low. I always say that every single month, but they're as low as they've ever been again. We just had 2 people, one a VA loan, get 2.25% with $5,000 back at closing from the lender, and then we had a 5% down buyer get 2.5% with no PMI. So one of the best loans that we've seen all year. So definitely a great time to buy from that perspective. What am I predicting for the rest of 2020 and into 2021? Well, again, I think from now until about end of January, this is going to be an awesome time if you're a buyer. I think you're really going to be able to get a deal. And then things should pick up. The normal spring market picks up end of January into June. That's where I expect more listings to come on the market, but a lot more activity. I think, we're meeting a lot of new buyers now that they're kind of mentally switching, saying, okay, now it's 2021, I'm going to start my home search. So we're definitely going to see a lot more buyers in the market, which should drive up prices and create a lot more competition. So I really think the next month or so will be the best time, potentially in the next 12 months, to buy if you're a buyer. Well, there you have it. That's this month's market update. As I had mentioned previously, click the link below to access all the market minute reports for all the zip codes. If you like this video or you have any questions about buying or selling or what you think you should do for your property, please feel free to reach out. We'd be love to help you in this process. Also, click the like icon if you like this video. Leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And click the subscribe and bell icon to be notified of our next video. But thanks again for checking out this month's market update. Bye-bye.